And it's really scary. On another note, the video obviously surfaced. We've got it up at Infowars.com and PrisonPlanet.com. But, Mike Rivero, I wanted to get your view on Obama saying, I will never sign signing statements that go against the will of Congress. Now he's signing 7 huge signing statements, literally drawing out whole areas of bills, which really isn't constitutional, but he's ordering the bureaucracies to ignore Congress, and now saying he has that power. So that's going on. Then we also have Axelrod and others making the rounds on the Sunday news show saying, yeah, we're going to go ahead and raise taxes on everybody and on health care below $250,000. And they're saying Obama promised a compromise. So he made pledges he wouldn't raise taxes, and he made pledges he wouldn't do signing statements. But now he made pledges to compromise, so that means lying to people. I mean, this guy is broken every promise he said he would.
Yeah, it's absolutely true. I think the amount of time it takes for Obama to break any of his promises can be measured with an egg timer these days. And his word is absolutely worthless. And maybe we ought to sell egg timers that say Obama Truth measuring device or something like that. But really, he's been this incredible disappointment because we all, I know you didn't, but there were so many people who supported him as at least marginally better than John McCain because we were, expecting that there were going to be changes brought in. It was going to be the White House and Congress were going to be in Democratic hands. We expected there would be changes. It isn't. Nothing has changed at all. Our soldiers are still in Iraq. Yes, they're leaving the cities, which is kind of a token cosmetic thing only, but they're not leaving Iraq. They're just moving to more difficult quarters. They're changing their locations within Iraq, but they're still garrisoning the country. It's still a U.S. vassal state. They're still trying to kick up a war in Iran with this provocation of the attempted coup d'etat. And it really is. I am convinced our government knows that the end is near for the economy and that the only way they can survive is to kick up a major war on which they can blame the economic hardships. Because otherwise, absent a major war, the American people are going to put the blame for the destroyed economy right where it belongs, on the federal government.
Mike, briefly, on every front, this bill for the feds to federalize the whole country under water rights, this Clean Water Restoration Act, the bill to give the Federal Reserve power over all financial operations and, quote, anything that affects the economy, so the entire nation, bills to restrict and ban most types of firearms, compulsory service, the global carbon tax, total amnesty. I've never seen such a wild rush to get it all done. And the hate crimes legislation passing the House, word for word, saying if you hurt someone's feelings, you're going to be arrested. No more free speech. I mean, they know we're waking up to them, so they're just going for broke right now.
That's exactly right. This is a big rush. It's a big hurry. They know that it's in a race against the clock because the American people are waking up. I'm surprised that the American people haven't been rioting to this point, but it has to happen at some point. There's going to be a catalyzing event where the American people are going to say, okay, we can't go on pretending that this is going to correct itself. The government is completely out of control. It is a tyrannical dictatorship. It is a fascist economy. They're basically moving to slam the door on all of us to make us so helpless we can't fight back, and we've got to decide that we're going to fight back while we still have the means and the option to do so.
Well, Mike, the reason I knew Obama was bad news is 8-9 months before the election, he was saying some really good things, and I said, well, this guy, if he's for real, they're going to put a bullet in him or they're going to bring some scandal out and get rid of him. But then, as he started getting ready to win, he started flip-flopping on almost everything. I saw his advisors. I saw him getting 4 times the Wall Street money that John McCain did. So it wasn't that I was for John McCain. I just knew that Obama was the chosen one. And if the establishment was saying he was the chosen one, there was no way he was going to honor all these pledges, these solemn pledges he had made. And so now it's just total betrayal. And when I see him go to the Middle East and say, I want to be friends with Iran a month ago, I went on air and I said, they're about to try to overthrow him during this election. Sure enough, that happened, and he's lying, saying the CIA isn't involved when they're involved on record. So Obama says he's not involved in the Honduran coup, and now it comes out the CIA is running the whole thing. I mean, it's just, this guy is a good liar. He's the best liar we've seen in a long time. He's very, very wicked. I mean, because he enjoys lying. He really does a good job of it. And so it's very scary. But final point I'd like to hear from you on, you've really done great research at whatreallyhappened.com on the anthrax case. In 3 minutes or less, break down that whole saga and then them grabbing him and killing him in the mental institution, and now the DNA comes out proving it wasn't him, the third patsy, because that ties into this BBC. They've grabbed and arrested this guy that made this 7/7 documentary, and now they're saying he's schizophrenic and thinks he's God. This seems to be their favorite M.O.
Well, this is a tactic that's right out of the Soviet Union. Anybody who had information that was damaging to the government and they couldn't disprove or discredit him, they'd declare them insane and lock them in a mental hospital. And the media would basically say, well, you can't listen to anything this guy says because he's a nutcase. And this is a common tactic, and the U.S. has certainly used it before. Jim Garrison's trial, you were talking about the shake and bake tactic. Jim Garrison's trial against Clay Shaw was destroyed by a witness who sounded really good and convincing up until he started admitting that he was worried about his daughter being replaced by a duplicate, and completely destroyed Garrison's case. As far as the anthrax case is concerned, they've been trying to blame it on Arabs and so forth and so on. When that fell apart, they started to find a patsy. The bottom line is, the Hartford Courant reported there was a scientist actually caught entering the storage area where the anthrax was kept without authorization after being fired over a racially motivated attack on an Egyptian co-worker. That scientist has never been investigated by the FBI. He's still working within the U.S. defense establishment. He is very protected. We have this core of people who can do anything they want, and they're never touched by the law. They're above the law. We saw that with the AIPAC spy case with Rosen and Wiseman. They were never arrested. Now they're contacting the Office of Special Plans. He's being cut free. There is this protected core of subversives within our government. They can't be touched no matter what they do.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of cores of subversives who can do whatever they want. But they had to at least burn Madoff, and the other scammer out of Texas looks like he's going to get in trouble. But, my God, it's just really incredible to see all of this coming to pass. I mean, Mike, everything the New World Order has built, everything the globalists have worked so hard to set up, we're now at the point where they're trying to put the capstone on the pyramid, but under them, the whole pyramid's shaking and falling apart. And they've got an army of ants fixing the pyramid as it's collapsing, so they're building it as fast as it's collapsing. It is a losing battle, though. The New World Order will fall. Humanity will defeat them.
I absolutely agree. They've waited too long, too late, and they never quite understood just how the alternative media and the Internet change the fundamental flow of information in society.
All right, Mike Rivero, always good to hear from you. Appreciate you popping in. We'll see you at your once-a-month visit coming up next week. Take care, my friend.
All right, aloha.
Aloha from Hawaii. Hey, my wife wants to go to Hawaii. I've never been to Hawaii. She's never been to Hawaii, but no rest for us here. We're going to stay right here in the bunker and keep fighting the New World Order. Mike will hold down things in Hawaii for us. Let me tell you a little bit about one of our great sponsors, HomeGain.com. This is the place to get you started buying or selling a home, finding a realtor, and getting any real estate questions answered. Go to HomeGain.com and see what I'm talking about. All you need to do is type in your home address, and you will get an instant free estimate of your home's value online. This is a great way to be able to monitor the value of your home. And again, it's absolutely free. There are tons of tools to help you. For instance, if you want to remodel your home, go to HomeGain.com. Use their Home Sale Maximizer to help you determine which home improvements can most increase your home's value before you put it on the market. For 10 years, these folks have been helping home sellers and buyers. Visit their link at Infowars.com. Look for Max, the orange Home Gain Gorilla, to help you with any real estate needs you might have. You'll love this site. It's HomeGain.com, HomeGain.com. Check them out today.